going to look at a site called Megiddo, the Battle of Armageddon, because I'm actually part of a growing crowd that think that Armageddon has already happened, and we're actually waiting for Gog and Magog. That's out of my league. It's not something that I would argue or place bets on. What I'm more interested in is looking at sites like this to determine just how advanced the past was and comparing it to what we read, because it doesn't add up, I can tell you now. And what mainstream archaeology puts out, say if you go to the museum you will see something like this, and they will have it all labelled, and they will be doing digs and they will find the odd skeleton and reckon that they can date when these things were walking around, just like they say that they can date rocks, which is another pile of proves again that it's garbage. And they do most of this through indoctrination, don't they? Through the schools system, just like NASA does. They shove it through the school system and take them on archaeological digs and school outings to push this narrative. It's almost like it's part of the curriculum. So anyways, when you look at an area like this, I'm not sure if archaeologists have come in with some heavy lifting gear. They're certainly come in with some type of huge digging equipment to dig an entire area out like this, so they must have had some heavy lifting vehicles too. But then again, it could be what I normally put out, it could just be solidification of concrete, because everything went underwater. It was hit with superheated ash, or went underwater, or both. Normally they look like huge blocks, but then you've got little tiny blocks the size of bricks that just don't make any sense every which way but loose, like it has been put back together badly by archaeologists. But it could actually just be where the rebar was. If you pour concrete into a rebar framing, don't you, generally into forms like a box section full of rebar, you pour it into that, and then that will eventually rust away, and you will be left with something that looks like cut blocks. That's what I think we could be looking at, just like this concrete pillar here. You can see what's happened to it. It could be some kind of earthquake, but when I zoom in on this area here, you will see what look like blocks. It looks like it's been put together with huge concrete blocks or cut blocks, right? But it hasn't. It's just one huge concrete piece that's been poured into a circular shaped form casing. So if this went through a cataclysm like the ash I speak about and a flood, it would rust away and form what seems like cut blocks, right? Which is where I get into multiple floors, multiple levels, huge expanse floors collapsing down on themselves.